it's Erika. Welcome to my first listen for Keys, the Pleasure Shop, the third mini album. So excited to dive into another Key project. I mean, Pleasure Shop, she is so good. She's feel good. She's low key. She is key. And then Overthink, Miss Overthink. Yes, those two songs will not be in this one because I've already reacted to those and I reacted to the music video for Pleasure Shop and then the performance video of Overthink. So, but yeah, girl, that one, oof, Miss Overthink. So I'm excited to dive into this. I think he has an incredible discography. His albums, his sound, the way everything is so crafted is so beautiful, and I love it. And it's really a sound, you know what I mean, for just like Key, you know, that like his sort of, I don't know, like his vibe is kind of just like retro, it's kind of 80s, you know, and it's just like so good and it's so consistent. It's just, oh, it is delicious. So yeah, for this we're gonna dive into Golden, I Know, going up in Novacaine. I don't know what we're getting, but I'm excited. I'm sad here. I do color-coded layer videos for this, so I find it just be the best solution for me and for you to follow along together in real time. So yes, we don't gotta waste like any more time, and we can just dive straight on into Golden. So you know, we didn't let go. Just kidding. Technical difficulties. Oh my god. Hello. Welcome to my channel. Technical difficulties. Hey, let's go. Okay. Where are you gonna take me, Key? Golden hour. The golden light. Ooh. I mean, it's a good drop. It's got that feel good vibe. And we're golden, baby. Woo, K vocals. Yeah, this is just kind of what Key does. Very signaturely. Feel good beats, good lyrics, great vocals. It's a good time, but it's a Key time. And the way those sort of lyrics just like paint the picture, just like a golden moment, like golden hour, golden light, like memories can often be in like a golden color for like visual movies, television production, you know, so excellent. Yes, sir. Whoa. Break her down. I like that. I love that vibe. It's golden. It has like a golden sort of feel to it, but just like the warmness that the color golden presents when you're just like in a golden, when you say the word golden, you think of like the warmer colors, you think of gold itself, you think of just like, oh, this moment was so golden, like kind of just like being just like the best and sort of just like surrounded by yellows and golds and stuff like that as like a color. That's what I think of. My brain goes to golden hour, which is just like the best lighting for like any scenario. Let's be real, when you get that, ooh, when you are a melanin blessed individual and that golden hour hits the skin, I've never felt more loved and more blessed in my life. But yeah, but it's kind of just like conveying all those sort of just like warm sort of feelings and memory and nostalgia. I feel like as you think of just like sepia tones for like sort of just like memories and flashbacks and that sort of thing. So kind of getting golden, I think, is a great sort of example of that, sort of just like the memories and that like sort of reflecting on them, like you know what I mean. So I think it was wonderful. It was excellent. It was a beautiful key. So the next one we're gonna be checking out is I Know That Key Drops. Bangers only. I've never heard a Key song I didn't like, I'll be honest, and that's just how it goes sometimes. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into I Know. I'm just waiting for where we going. Okay. All right.
Intuition telling me it's time. You will be fine.
The beats are so well done.
Now open your eyes. Oh yeah,
My eyes be open.
Oh yeah. I know the truth.
We're gonna go. How are you gonna drop it? Oh, barely. It's like, you ever know, as K-pop stans, your idols, they do something and you're like, I know what you're doing because it's working on me, and you know that I know you know what you're doing. It's a little bit of that vibe. I like the beat's a little bit more like minimal in a way. It's weird to say minimal. But I guess compared to K-pop, you know. But this again is very key sound. I love it. You could do like K-pop night and just play Key's entire discography. I think everybody would have a good time. I mean, honest. Because I see your hologram, and the way it's kind of playing futuristic wise is fun. Great one. That's a great one. Again, it's a little bit more low key, a little bit more. It's not like a minimal track, but it's just like it's a lot less of the overproduction happening, which is sort of nice and just signature the Keys type of sound, that like 80s vibe, that like retro vibe. It's just what Key does, you know what I mean? And he's been so consistent with that sound that it's just like really nice. So I'm just like, that's Key's thing. And there's so much variety of these types of tracks. So if you kind of like one of them, I feel like you're gonna like all of them, you know what I mean? Because it's also kind of like a feel good sort of vibe, that, you know what I mean? That's like shiny, always have just like really feel good music. And I think it's really sort of spread out into like the other members. So for sure here we're getting like a little bit of like a feel good sort of vibe. Let me let my dog out because he is losing his mind in my room. But why is he in my room if he don't want to stay in here? There we go. So yeah, so we're halfway, or we're we're over halfway through with this album, but we're halfway through the first listen, so the next one is called Going Up. Key, wherever you're taking me, I'm along for the ride. You don't gotta say nothing. I'm just there. I'm there. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, let me get it queued up if you would. Alright, you know with it. Let's go ahead and get going up. Oh. Hello? Oh. Okay, Key, give it a little spice. Oh. You can get the doo-doo-doos. And yeah, this has much more like a more minimal approach, which is like... Ooh. Oh. Okay, Key. Little rapper Key, hello. That bass is like, ooh. It's a bass guitar, right? I'm not tripping. Like this. And I will say it's very interesting, right? Because a lot of like what we kind of perceive as being like futuristic, I feel like the modern idea of it was kind of like the 80s, you know, like a Blade Runner, and even like Cyberpunk's kind of built off like Blade Runner aesthetic. And that was like in the 80s, or what it was Blade Runner even in the 80s? I don't even remember. I don't even know. I wasn't alive. It was 82, yeah. And that just whole like sci-fi era, I feel like really just set the precedent for like the modern idea of like futuristic. And I feel like this sort of sound, like a little bit of the retro, a little bit of the 80s vibe, really kind of just like fits in that because it came from that era. Which is like so cool. All right, I like that. Again, like, it has a very interesting sort of futuristic vibe with it, like taking like 80s and retro vibes, but again, like it's like taking like a lot of just like I feel like 80s synths and stuff and sort of just like remixing it with just like a modern day feel, makes it kind of feel like futuristic in a lot of tracks. You know what I mean? Because again, like the concepts of just like how we kind of are viewing like the future of what it can look like. I feel like everybody kind of leans into like a cyberpunkish, dystopian-esque sort of vibe, you know, and it's just like a cool aesthetic in general, but I feel like that's maybe like where we're kind of seeing the future going, and just like tons of like futuristic sci-fi sort of things, you know, so like I feel like with the sounds specifically like this one that have like that 80s sort of feel, you know what I mean, that crazy bass guitar that I think it was like a bass guitar, I think I don't know instruments, I don't know music though, but what am I doing here? I'm a fan. Like this sort of sounds, I'm like, oh no, I feel like I'm being transported to like the future, you know what I mean, just because of what we were getting just from that era, you know what I mean, that's really kind of just like stuck with us. And it could be like how like Blade Runner, like Back to the Future, kind of like saw how the future was gonna go with like technology and stuff. So I think that's cool, but that's what I think makes Key's music so cool, because it's like retro and stuff, but it's also kind of like avant-garde, it's kind of like futuristic in a way. That's just like so cool, that I'm sort of just like kind of like getting, you know what I mean, because I feel like very early on when he started introducing a lot more of that sound into his solo stuff, that it was kind of like a throwback vibe, but now I feel like it's kind of like a future sort of vibe. So we're going to be checking out the last track, Novacaine. Very, very excited to be checking this out, seeing what we are doing for this one. So yeah, how are you gonna finish this? How are you gonna take us out, Key? How are you gonna take us out? Let's go. You gonna slow us down?
Another night, another heartbreak.
Oh, English track?
Another drink, another kiss, another mistake. But it doesn't help me think straight. No, it doesn't help me think straight.
Sometimes no.
Another day, another breakdown. Another middle
For real.
of the road on my way down. I just need something to feel now. Oh, I just need something to feel now. If love is just a losing game, then free my heart from all this.
Little auto tune, cool effect.
I've been out of my mind, trying to find you. Out of time. Gotta find you.
Again, that same sort of sound.
Another wish that I could go back. 'Cause I think maybe I grew up a little too fast. But I think everybody feels that.
I think everybody does feel that.
Everybody feels that. If love is just a losing game, then free my heart from all this.
It's another great track.
pain. I've been out of my mind, trying to find you. Out of time. Gotta find you.
I don't mind the auto tune. It's an artistic choice, and I feel like it's cool. It's kind of the vibe of the album. Well, not auto tune, but like the sound here. And it kind of, it's almost just like transporting me to like space or something. Well, you see what had happened there is my storage got full. Oops. I forgot to, yeah, anyways, it does happen sometimes. Sometimes I forget to like delete old stuff, but no, because normally I just like format the video or format my card on the camera and it just deletes everything, but oopsies, forgot about that. But anyways, the end of that song where it cut out or my video cut, it's just the outro kind of going out. So final album thoughts. I think it's a great one. I mean, everything is very pleasing to the ears. It's all kind of like a feel-good sort of vibe, but yeah, it's sort of interesting. It's almost just like, it has like a futuristic sort of vibe to it. I don't know, kind of just like, again, the retro kind of structure or sounds or elements that are within the tracks, but kind of like like adding like different, it's not like EDM, but you know what I mean, like a lot more electronic type stuff. Definitely makes it kind of have like a futuristic vibe to it. So like that's what a lot of the B-sides are kind of giving me, I feel like, and stuff. And he's always kind of had like futuristic concepts within his visuals. So it definitely makes sense that like now it's sort of like an album that really kind of like has that vibe. And maybe I gotta go back and listen to the other albums with that kind of just like futuristic perspective. I feel like it's always been there, but this is a much more like hitting the nail on the head for me with that thing. So yeah, it's almost just like, in the future, is this what the music is gonna sound like? You know what I mean? Because I feel like everybody had like it was like the retro vibe, but it was more like a throwback sort of vibe. So kind of like the next evolution of that is like kind of making it futuristic sounding and have that vibe. Like a lot of the songs made me feel like I'm in space, or I'm like on a spaceship, or I'm on like this like sci-fi land. You know what I mean? And I think they're just like really cool to kind of get music that like transports you to a different place, but also kind of like a futuristic vibe. I think that's so cool, and I think the album does that wonderfully, and the album is absolutely amazing. It's a great addition to his discography. Again, if you like this his entire discography is filled with stuff like this, especially the last few like mini albums and full albums and everything. So if you like this, you gotta go check out the rest of it because it really, really is this vibe. And I love how Key just found his sound and he's just rocking and rolling and just like going with it. You know what I mean? Like, this is him. And I love that because, I mean, it's really great to just kind of like, if you like this, here's your artist you can go to get that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times in K-pop and stuff, everybody's doing different sounds, different trends, different things are just like happening all over so crazy. So it's like you have to do like a deep dive into like an artist to kind of like find their sound. You know what I mean? Which isn't like a bad thing, which I do quite often here with a lot of artists. For first listens, not everybody. I can't do everybody. But like for sure, Key's very consistent with his sort of sound, not only like promotional wise he might like mix it up or whatever, but like for sure it's all this sort of vibe. So I loved it. I love all the tracks are in my playlist. I still think I think I filmed this Overthink like way too much, but Pleasure Shop is so good. All the tracks are like absolutely amazing, so it's nice to get another project from him. This is what I was expecting from him. This is what, well, kind of like the sound overall, yes, but like the more specifics with the song, not really. But it was all a good time. Key, he knows his sound, he knows his genre, and he does it, and he does it so well. And I ain't never gonna hate because I love it. Go and put your thoughts in the comments down below what you thought about Key's Pleasure Shop third mini album. Let's make sure that information is correctamundo. Yes, it is. Your thoughts, comments down below. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you liked me and you want to see more of my videos, go and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, or description down below or at the end screen. If you like gaming content, I have a gaming channel. It's called Erika. Currently playing Silent Hill 2 Remake at the Resident Evil Remaster for spooky season, so if you can join me over there for that. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.